It has been too long since I could say I'm banned. Backyard carpenters, baby boomers can do. We are in somebody else's backyard. We're not in ours, and we're getting ready to repair a fence. Right, so I'm going to turn around and let you see the fence. This is the fence. Okay, that's what we're repairing. Some of it has, because the 4x4s are leaning, we're going to come along and pull them up and reinforce them. And around the corner comes Jane.
Hello.
And you know, we have not greeted y'all in a long time. Unfortunately, I forgot the little thing right here, so we're going to have to hand hold it when we're doing this.
Backyard carpenters, baby boomers can do.
All right, so this is, we got some boards are screwed back in place. We got this, let me do it from this angle and you'll get to see how it's leaning in right there because the 4x4 is leaning. So that's what we're doing. I'll have to hand do this because we got the little connection that goes on the tripod. So we're going to get started. First thing that has to happen that Jane's doing is clearing away a path all the way down on this side so we can put our supports up and level these posts off. So that's what she's doing right now, you know, just as she goes along, right? So then this is the first post that's got to be straightened up right here. So we have a come along, we have other stuff, determine how we're going to do this. So I hate that, you know, I can't use the tripod, you know, to be able to do this, so I'll just try to hand do it. What is this right here? Oh, erosion proof. Alright, so your line's putting double stakes on the 2x4 to keep the fence at level.
Did you hear that?
You were supposed to say it.
You said it for me. So we're trying to keep this level because it was bowed way out here. So we've straightened that up. Now he's using a sledgehammer to get those small pieces in the ground so he can screw it to the big board. And that will hold the fence straight. Look at that strong man go. And now the old man has to rest a minute. Caught his breath. But then we'll go along, all along up here and tighten the boards that have come apart, come loose. Then a lot of the fence boards have loosened up because they were put on with nails. And over time the nails are going to pull out. So we will do like right here, these are screwed on, which means they are not going to move. So you can see up here where it separates and up here where it separates. So we'll tighten all those up so it will be good to go. So you see now he's screwing in to the big board. So this 2x4 up here will stabilize the back of the fence. We had to do this because the 4x4 that was originally put in right down here is beginning to rot. And you see we're kind of working in a ditch. So this is the best way to handle that.
Okay, so along here. Alright, bring your, oh, I got this. So we moved around to the side that you can see from the house, and we're taking all these boards and we're screwing everything in. An example, like right up there. So I'm going to get a hold of that, pull it down, and we're going to put that together. And at each intersection, I'm actually taking a long screw and I'm screwing that in as we go. Right? So Jane's using like the latest little fancy screw gun, which you can actually flip around, push your button, flip it around. So that's one she's using. Seems to be getting along with it really good.
Yeah,
but it's looking 1,000 times better with us doing the repair on this side. So I got to address that. Earlier, Jane made measurements of between these fencing boards on the other side. So we have measurements on all of them, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to rip down boards that cover this gap. Where's my hand? Oh, this gap. Right here. So let me close the fence so we can see a little better. Oh, goodness. Anyway, those gaps. Now we're going to close them up, okay? And here's the braces that's holding up this fence because it's old, weather worn, warping, but it's looking a lot better. All right, down through here, if I get out of the bush, is Jane on the ground finishing up locking the boards down. What happened is these little nails right here, with time, they let loose and they also back off. So she's using screws, and we both use screws to kind of screw everything back so it holds it, and then whatever nail pulls out, she's actually taking a hammer and hammer them in. Now, not much we can do about these boards right here that are warped up this direction and this direction, except replace them. But then if we replace them, they're not going to have this wonderful gray, what's the word, Jane? Gray what?
I don't know.
Huh?
Ugly.
Ugly? Persona?
No.
No, that's not the word. Petite?
Patina.
Patina!
That usually applies to copper. I don't know if it applies to wood.
Okay. All right, today we have been taught a lesson in English, and she did such a great job. See how that pulled that in? She's doing a great job. All right, so we're gonna have to go get the material, go to our homemade shop and rip them down south, and then bring them back and screw them in place. So that's about it for this phase. I'm Van, the Backyard Carpenter, baby boomers can do. And that is Jane, the other backyard carpenter. We hadn't done this in a long time, so we're so glad to be back with you guys.
Now here's a new tool for some of you maybe, right here. It's called a come along. And we needed it because this section of the fence wasn't quite level. It was leaning out. So Van attached that eye bolt to the fence, attached it to this come along, and he more or less cranked the handle until the fence was level. I was holding a level up against that 4x4 beam right there, and when it was level we knew to stop, and he's now on the other side of the fence putting in one more stake in the ground. After this, we've pretty much tightened up all the loose nails and put in screws instead, because nails will, over time, wiggle out of the wood, and then you've got a lot of loose boards. But now that everything has been screwed in place, it's all straightened up and nice and tight, and it looks so much better. Here's a peek in the back. You can see that he has put in 1, 2, and now he's on the 3rd board that will hold the fence in place. These are pounded with a sledgehammer way down into the ground and then screwed onto the long 2x4. So it's almost a good project that is done.
Earlier, Jane made measurements of between these fencing boards on the other side. So we have measurements on all of them, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to rip down boards that cover this gap. Where's my hand? Oh, this gap. Right here. So let me close the fence so we can see a little better. Oh, goodness. Anyway, those gaps. Now we're going to close them up. Okay. And here's the braces that's holding up this fence because it's old, weather worn, warping, but it's looking a lot better. All right, down through here, if I get out of the bush, it's Jane on the ground finishing up locking the boards down. What happened is these little nails right here, with time, they let loose and they also back off. So she's using screws, and we both use screws to kind of screw everything back so it holds it, and then whatever nail pulls out, she's actually taking a hammer and hammer them in. Now, not much we can do about these boards right here that are warped up this direction and this direction, except replace them. But then if we replace them, they're not going to have this wonderful gray, what's the word, Jane? Gray what?
I don't know.
Huh?
Ugly.
Ugly? Persona?
No.
No, that's not the word. Petite?
Patina.
Patina!
That usually applies to copper. I don't know if it applies to
Oh.
wood.
Okay. All right, today we have been taught a lesson in English, and she did such a great job. See how that pulled that in? She's doing a great job. All right, so we're gonna have to go get the material, go to our homemade shop and rip them down south, and then bring them back and screw them in place. So that's about it for this phase. I'm Van, the Backyard Carpenter, baby boomers can do. And that is Jane, the other backyard carpenter. We hadn't done this in a long time, so we're so glad to be back with you guys. This is day 2, and Jane is, what's the word, methodically?
Yeah.
Did I make it up? All right. Painting, this is a polyurethane natural, goes on, funny looking but dries clear. Yep. So this is to protect this fence from any further warping and rotting. So I'm Van,
I'm Jane.
Backyard Carpenter, baby boomers can do. Let me show you what I've been. Yesterday we actually reinforced this fence all the way down. I got one more stake I got to put in the ground. So this is actually what I've been doing, is putting these in this privacy fence the way they designed it so it hides that gap. Okay. Now what I'm getting ready to do is put the little leftovers I got in this fence. All right, so that's where we stand right now. We have an exciting announcement at the end of all this that we have to make to let y'all know some news. So as soon as I get through what I'm doing, I'm grabbing a roller and a pan, and I'm going to start down there and let her have to deal with this bush. Now this is the last time to say, is the little red dot on? Are we recording? Way back when, in our backyard, that's when we became known as the Backyard Carpenters, and I did not allow the dog to come with us to a major project. That was way back, about 275 little snidget videos. But anyway.
Yep.
This is Jane.
Hello.
I'm Van, and She has an announcement to make.
Oh, I do. This is our swan song of a project. We've decided that this is our last and final project as backyard carpenters, baby boomers can do, because life has just gotten too busy for us.
Yep.
And we've enjoyed doing every project we've done, and I've definitely learned a lot about tools, and I think I've taught him a little bit about painting.
Yes.
He's still a student in that class, though.
Yes.
So, but it's been quite an experience and an awful lot of fun. Your turn.
Okay, so guys, we really appreciate y'all coming on board. We've had a lot of comments, a lot of people, meet us in church or on the street saying, "I seen your video." So what we tried to do in our videos is show you, kind of got away from it at the end, but show you what tools, what techniques, because a lot of that reality shows don't. So that's what we're trying to do. So, but this is it. I teach full time, 4 days a week, 10-hour days. She works for the city board. County board, county board, and we like to travel, to be honest with you. So it's time for us to hang up the old spurs.
And I'm going to try to sell some tools out of the garage.
No. She ain't selling. Come over here. Come. All right. She ain't selling my tools out of the garage.
When he goes on a trip, I'll be getting in touch with y'all.
Next time she goes to beat with a female, I got some plans too.
Yeah.
All right. So bye, guys. It's been great. I hope you enjoyed the videos. Later. No, it won't be later.
No, it won't
No,
be.
later.
It's goodbye for
It's
now.
good. It's goodbye.
Permanently. Goodbye.
Permanently. Bye, yeah.
Hope to see you around town.